If you're managing multiple accounts online, whether that's for social media, affiliate marketing, e-commerce, or even running ads, you've probably run into one big problem: account bans. Platforms are getting stricter, and if they detect multiple accounts from the same device or the same browser fingerprint, your accounts can get flagged or even permanently banned. And that's exactly why tools like AdsPower exist. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to use AdsPower step by step as a beginner, how to set it up properly, and how to avoid common mistakes that can get your accounts flagged. So I'm going to show you how everything works inside the dashboard, how to create profiles, how to use proxies, and even how to manage multiple accounts safely. Plus, there's also a coupon code you can use, which is extra25 to get 25% off if you decide to upgrade. So let's get started. First, simply open your browser and go to the AdsPower website. Alright, so once you're here, you will then be able to see an option to download the AdsPower browser. So simply go ahead and download the version that matches your operating system. So it works on Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. So just pick the one that you're using. So once the download is complete, you can then install the software like any other normal application, and then simply follow the setup instructions on your screen until everything is finished. Now, after installation, you then have to open AdsPower, and the first thing you're gonna see is the login or sign up page. Now, if you already have an account, you can simply log in, but if not, you can also go ahead and create a new account. So you can also sign up using your email, phone number, or even Google. Now, if you're using email, simply enter your email address, then create a password and verify your account using the code that's gonna be sent to your email. So once you log in, AdsPower will then welcome you with a few setup hints. So it also guides you through creating your first browser profile and setting up a team if needed. You can either follow the steps or skip them for now. So first, let's simply talk about the dashboard because this is where everything happens. On the home page, you will then be able to see several sections like profiles, groups, proxies, extensions, and more. At first, it might feel a little bit like a lot, but don't worry, we'll go through each important part step by step. So let's start with profiles, because this is the most important feature in AdsPower. A profile is basically a separate browser environment. So each profile has its own fingerprint, cookies, and settings. This means you can log into multiple accounts without them being linked to each other. So to create your first profile, simply click on New Profile. Okay, now once you're here, you then have to set it up. So first, simply give your profile a name, like example profile. Alright, and you then see options for Sun browser, which is Chromium based, or Flower browser, which is Firefox based. So for most of you, Sun browser is gonna be the way to go. So once you've selected between the two, you then have to choose your operating system. So if you're on Mac, but you want to look like you're using Windows, you can also do that here with one click. And you're also going to be given an option to assign it to a group if you want to organize your accounts. Next, you also see options for browser fingerprint settings. So this is where AdsPower becomes really powerful. It allows you to simulate different devices, operating systems, screen sizes, and more, so that each profile looks like a completely different user to websites. Now let's talk about something very important: proxies. If you're serious about using AdsPower, you should understand this part. Proxies help mask your real IP address. So without proxies, all your profiles would still appear to come from the same location. So even though your browser fingerprints are different, the IP address would give you away instantly. That's why proxies are essential. So inside AdsPower, you see a section called Proxies. Here, you'll then be able to add your own proxy or buy one directly through the platform. Now, if you don't have a proxy yet, you need to get one before running multiple accounts properly. So once you have a proxy, you can then add it by clicking Add Proxy. From there, you then have to enter the proxy details like IP address, port, username, and password. Then simply save it and attach it to your browser profile. Now each profile is going to have its own unique identity. Next, let's talk about extensions. So AdsPower allows you to install browser extensions just like Chrome. So they're going to offer you some recommended extensions like AdsPower Authenticator, which helps you with two-factor authentication, and there's also AdsPower Assistant, which helps manage multiple accounts and automate tasks. You can also add extensions from the Chrome Web Store directly into AdsPower. This is very useful if you rely on tools like automation or login management. Now let's talk about groups. So groups help you organize your profiles. For example, you might have one group for Facebook accounts, another for TikTok, and another for clients, and so on. So instead of having everything mixed together, groups keeps everything clean and organized. You can also create a new group by clicking on the group section and then selecting new group. From here, simply enter the group name and finish the setup. Now let's quickly go over synchronization because this is a powerful feature. AdsPower has something called the synchronizer. So this allows you to control multiple profiles at the same time. So if you open multiple accounts, you can perform the same action across all of them simultaneously. This is especially useful for tasks like posting, clicking, or browsing across accounts. Now let's talk about something that a lot of beginners overlook: security. So inside AdsPower, there are options like enabling an authenticator for your account. This adds an extra layer of protection in case your account gets compromised. It's highly recommended to turn this on in the settings. Now let's go back to the main question. Why do people actually use AdsPower? Well, the main reason is actually to avoid account bans and manage multiple accounts safely. For example, if you're running multiple Facebook ad accounts, managing multiple TikTok pages, running affiliate marketing campaigns, or handling multiple client accounts, AdsPower allows you to do all of that without linking your accounts together. Now let's address something really important. AdsPower is powerful, but it's not magic. If you don't set it up correctly, you can still get banned. That's why proxies, fingerprints, and proper setup are all important. You need to use everything together. Now let's also talk about bowling because this is also essential. So inside AdsPower, you see a bowling section. They offer different plans depending on how many profiles you need. There's also a free plan, but it kind of has limitations. So if you need more advanced features like team collaboration, automation, and more profiles, you're gonna need to upgrade. And as I mentioned earlier, you can use the coupon code EXTRA25 to get 25% off your next plan. That's EXTRA25. Now let's go over a simple workflow so you can actually understand how to use AdsPower in real life. First, you would have to install AdsPower and create your account. Then create a browser profile and attach a proxy to that profile. From there, you're gonna have to open the profile and log into your account, and then simply repeat this process for each account that you want to manage. So once everything is set up, you can then run all your accounts safely without them being linked together. Now, let's also talk about a few common mistakes that beginners make. So one mistake is not using proxies. And another mistake is using the same settings for all profiles. And another big mistake, guys, is rushing the setup without testing. So simply take your time and make sure everything is configured properly before using your accounts. Now let's talk about something that's also extremely important, which is automation. So AdsPower also has features like RPA Plus and automation tools. So these allow you to automate repetitive tasks like clicking, scrolling, or posting. This can help you save a lot of time if you're managing multiple accounts. There's also an API feature if you want to integrate AdsPower into your own systems. Now to wrap things up, AdsPower is one of the most important tools if you want to manage multiple accounts safely. It helps you separate identities, avoid bans, and even scale your online activities. But the key is using it properly. If you follow the right setup, profiles, proxies, and proper organization, you'll get the full benefit. And don't forget the coupon code EXTRA25 if you want to save money on your next plan. So yeah, that's the full beginner tutorial on how to use AdsPower browser. So if you found this helpful, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.